If you guys need FIFA 18 Ultimate Team coins, go and check out x3game.com. Their link will be down in the description. Use code CAPGUN to get yourself a discount.
You're right guys, it's Capgun Tom here and welcome to episode number 36 of Milan, Manchester, Madrid. More importantly, this is the first video of Capgun Tom YouTube channel of 2018. A very happy new year to all of you. Hope you're having a good one so far and let's hope for some great things for not only yourselves but also the YouTube channel and everything else that is going on. It's going to be a very good year. I'm very, very optimistic for this year. And let me know what your New Year's resolutions are down in the comments section, guys. Okay, so first things first, we are going to be doing a little bit of investing. As you can see, what I've been doing is I've been putting down bids on Silver, Serie A and La Liga defenders. You're probably thinking, Tom, why? The reason for that is that obviously the league squad builder challenges for these two leagues has not yet come out. And there are a lot of teams that actually really heavily rely on the defenders, maybe the right backs, some of the centre backs, stuff like that. And they are going to balloon in price. If you look at the league and squad builder challenges, and I think it's, is it Los Lille? I think it's Lille. I'm not really sure, but there is one that is absolutely crazy expensive because there are very few players that fit in the positions and therefore they can be price locked. Hoping that if I pick a whole load up for 150 coins, just putting those random bids down, that when those squad builder challenges do eventually come out, I can then go and sell them on for a whole load of profit. Now you can see our trade pile, we've managed to sell a whole load of stuff, so very happy on that front. We're over 560k total and we've got a few more things that are still left to sell from the last episode. I believe a lot of that was from sort of like daily football challenges and stuff like that, squad builder challenge packs that we opened. Now we've got a squad builder challenge here that we're going to finish off, and that is the daily football squad builder challenge. Literally is always this one because they are so good. Like in terms of the value you putting into the amount of money you should get back, it's absolutely insane. So fingers crossed. I mean, you're basically guaranteed not to lose money, and then you're just free rolling, with using a poker term, free rolling for the rest of it. If you get something really good in the pack, that means you're an absolute winner. If you get nothing in the pack, to be honest, you're not going to lose out because you didn't really submit more than what you're actually getting back anyway. So first pack was a little bit of a dud. Next pack we are going to open. Let's see what we get in this one. There are the boards. That's what we're talking about. And it is a small gold players pack, rare gold players pack. So 6 rares, which is a very, very nice number. It gives you a good chance of getting some good players out of it. We get Payet and Aspas as the 2 players that we're really looking at in this pack. Obviously both boards player, and when I was doing this bit of recording, obviously the sort of like team of the week squad builder challenges and stuff like that was still out, so the boards players were still going for a decent amount of coins. Now you can see here that we open another pack. We get, well, I thought it was going to be a dud because there was no board player, but we get Son. He goes for maybe 1,500 to 2,000 coins, so that's not too bad. We're looking pretty good on that front. Next pack we open, again, not boards, but it does give us an 82 rated player. It's Wanyama this time, just picking up those Spurs players like there's no tomorrow. What's really good about this pack is that not only do we get Wanyama, we also get O'Shea. Obviously, we can use him for the EFL Squad Builder Challenge. I want to do Sunderland because then I can get... well, I can get the pack for doing it. And then we also got a Kayesaspor, which is in the Turkish League right back, something that we've been really trying to pick up. I think those cards, that right back probably goes for about 2k. Obviously, didn't want to pay that. Happy to submit one I got in a pack, though. Kind of weird logic. I could just, in theory, sort of like sell him on, but I'll be talking more about that in just a second. Right, so here we go. You can see that we are going to go into a draft, and you're probably thinking, hey, Tom, what about that draft token from last time? Well, I remembered to use it, so that is what we're going to be doing here. And you can see that we are going to be choosing the 4-3-2-1 formation. This is my favourite formation, I think, this year. That along with the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow or the 4-2-3-1 second variation. And we get a nice captain, we get Messi. So I was pretty happy. I'm very confident using this formation. So I thought, you know what? This should be good. We should be able to do well. This is how the team ends up looking. It is actually a 187, although with Laudrup in there at centre mid when he's a left wing, we don't actually get 100 chemistry. But if you see there, we swap them around and we can get 100 chemistry and keep that 87 rating. So 187, but I prefer to use Laudrup as that centre mid. Now you can see here the team we're coming up against, very, very strong. He has Suarez, he has Messi. What am I talking about? He has Messi. He has a pretty good all-round team. He even has the 92 rated De Gea, which I haven't actually tried out in a draft for myself yet. really hoping he's better than the original De Gea because, let's face it, I don't want to have to keep using De Gea. Some interesting news coming out about Team of the Year today as well. I didn't actually catch it, or it may have come out yesterday, depending on when this video goes up. Maybe you guys could let me know what that information was down in the comment section. I believe it's something like maybe that the FIFA Pro Team of the Year, which has already been announced, is not actually going to be the thing that governs this year's Team of the Year, and maybe it's going to be community driven, or maybe that's for Team of the Season. I didn't actually see all of the information before it got removed, and I haven't actually had a chance to jump onto Skype and then ask anyone, so maybe you guys can enlighten me on what's going on and what we might be seeing for Team of the Year / Team of the Season. Now you can see in this draft match we are 2-2. It was one of those games where I felt like I was quite comfortable against this guy. You know, I was making chances, he wasn't making as many, and I thought, you know what, even though he scored a couple of goals, as long as we keep chudding on, we should do well, and we should end up winning. And you can see that Messi does get that third goal for us to make us in the lead, but it was one of those games that was just like, he's going to score. He just doesn't stop scoring. He already scored a kickoff goal against us. Then he scores another one there. As you saw, the ball ricochet to him about 50,000 times. And then in the last minute, again, 2 blocks. Ball falls through to Suarez, and Suarez puts it in the back of the net. So knocked out in the first round of the draft. I haven't been playing as much FIFA as I have been away. I think you guys are very well aware that I have been away for a little while now. But it hasn't stopped me playing completely. I am trying to play as much as I can because I don't want to lose sort of like the level of skill. I know it's not a very good level of skill to be at, but I don't want to lose the sort of progress I've made this year, and I really want to sort of, you know, get better at this game. That is my main aim, or one of my main aims for 2018, to get back to sort of like the Capgun Tom that played FIFA maybe a couple years ago, FIFA 15, where I'd actually just jump on and smash people. I miss those days. I want to get back to them. Anyway, you saw the players that we'd managed to win through those bids on the Serie A defenders. I get very lucky because I needed one KSSpor player to actually finish off the Squad Builder Challenge, and it was a striker. And would you believe it? Bullet, like, I've managed to snipe him once, came up for 300 coins, literally the first search. Sometimes it's just meant to be. It's spooky how that happens. And you can see that we do eventually go and submit that. Obviously, we go and put all of the extra players on the transfer list. To be honest, it's kind of weird. I probably could have sold this team for maybe, like the team that I'm submitting for this, for probably about 15k, I think, maybe 16, 17. I'm not really sure how much I would have got back for it, but around about, I would say definitely 12 to 15 at the very least. So maybe it would have been more, or it would have made more sense for me just not to do that. Maybe just to you know, sell all the players and just live off the profit rather than risk it and open the pack, because there's no guarantee that I'm getting 12, 15k back from a premium Electrum players pack. And that's why I decided with the, I can't even remember the name, Antalyaspor team, I decided it just wasn't worth it, so I sold all the players. However, I did do the Osmanlispor, and you also saw me do the Karabukaspor. If I got all of that right, something is going crazy in my brain. It's on another level, because I honestly, look at the names of them. I'm sure if there's anyone who's a Turkish viewer, they'll be like, I know all the team names, but for me, I don't really watch the Turkish league. I only know the Turkish league through FIFA, and I rarely ever make Turkish league teams. Like, the only thing I know about them are through these squad builder challenges from this year. So if I manage to get all of those right, that is something pretty special. Anyway, we get the benefit of opening the packs now. First one, of course, dud. We don't like to see dud packs. You know, dud packs are the worst things that you can pretty much get. We do, however, get a couple of League silvers in this pack. We get this centre-back, and we also get the Angers player that's next to him. And I believe the Angers player next to him is actually going for about 2k. So if we just go and check his price, list on transfer list, compare, and as you can see, yeah, there's bids of 1.3, so we should get like 2k back for him. So that's not bad, but overall definitely a loss in coins on that, instead of just selling the players that got me that pack. But you know, maybe we'll get lucky in the next one. That's the thing with packs, you just keep on opening them and eventually you do get lucky. But this pack, we didn't get lucky because we got Szczesny. I'm not sure if Szczesny is selling at the moment. I highly doubt he is, but we're going to dive in straight into another rare 25k pack. Let's see what we get. The boards are out. Finally, we've got a little bit of luck. And what is it going to be? French is such a blanket board to get. It could be anything from horrific all the way to absolutely insane, and you could end up with Paul Pogba. This time, though, we end up with a bit of Koscielny, which isn't the worst in the world, but he does only go for about 5-6k. So it's not the greatest, but it's not the worst. We're not going to complain. That is a totally on the level pack opening. There's a whole load of stuff sold from our trade pile once again. Obviously not playing as much because of not getting into Foot Champs this week, because I completely forgot to qualify, which is a bit stupid of me, but whatever, you know, sometimes you forget these things when you're away travelling. And yeah, sounded like I was going to cry there, but actually I just got a little bit of I've got a little bit of a cold. You can hear my husky voice, not really that husky, but I just am a little bit ill. So if I do sort of stumble upon my words, please do forgive me. We managed to snipe an Abu Bakr there for, I think, 16k. He's selling for 19k. You'll see me list him up later in the episode. Was trying to snipe Liga Portuguesa players because I was like, yes, they've got a really high price, but that actually turns out because there's not actually that many of them. So there was very, very little coming through the filter. In fact, the Abu Bakr was the only thing that I saw, and we did manage to get it. So there you go. Okay, so in another FUT draft, I was not happy after my original performance. So you can see here that we are creating our squad. We've gone on 4-3-3-5, and I take the Inform Hazard as my first player, and yeah, I take Messi as the second player. In hindsight, I wish I'd taken Willian. I really do, because Messi, for me, I actually don't enjoy playing with Messi that much. And in fact, I wish that I'd taken Laudrup as well. I wish I hadn't taken Ronaldo and Messi in this draft, because the draft ends up being a little bit messy. We do get it, I know, excuse the pun, we do get Ronaldo in there, but we don't get Messi in there. You can see that Jesus is off chem, Krachowak is off chem, there's a whole load of people off chem, which really doesn't do it for me. I like to be on full chem when I play games, but there you go. We go into this game and I was pretty confident, because I was like, this is a totally average draft. You know, he's got full chem, but it's a BPL draft, there's not much more to it. But, you know, it's sometimes these teams that are a little bit lesser that you really need to watch out for, because obviously this guy knows what he's... Well, he might be like of the opinion, you know what, I want to go for chemistry on this one. And that's actually a really good tactic. I think chemistry is really underrated sometimes in FUT draft. Like, I would much rather have a full chem team than a slightly higher rated team with better players that are off chem. Anyway, we do take the lead. We are 2-0 to the good at the moment, so all looking pretty good. And then things just started turning on their head. I was all over him as well. And we get a little bit unlucky there as the ball comes off the post straight back to Mbappe. He puts that one away, and that is... well, the end, or the start of the end for me, really. Another loss is coming in the draft. Bloody hell. First round as well. It just absolutely triggers me when I lose in the first round. I've become very, very, very bad at draft. I don't know what happened, but at some point I've lost my ability to do a good draft and to win games, because as you can see, we go to penalty shootout, and I missed a whole load of penalties. He didn't miss any, and we get the average, in fact worse than average, absolute garbage set of packs that didn't provide us with anything, so I didn't even think it was worth showing. Anyway, we've sold a whole load of stuff. Some of the stuff we got in the packs earlier on, some of the players from the Turkish league that, as I said, I was going to sell. We did get some good coins for them. Dursun, I think, went for a couple thousand. So there you go. Maybe it was worth actually selling those on. Anyway, you can see here listing up the Abu Bakr that we got for 16k. I believe it's 16k. My screen's a little bit blurry because I'm editing on my Mac, so I can't actually see what prices everything's going for. So I'm doing it all off the top of my head. And you can see here that I am doing a little bit of sniping to try and pick up some players. I did snipe for absolutely ages. If you hadn't noticed already, they finally fixed the glitch where you can't get any ESFC points. So I've got a whole load of ESFC points. I went and gifted myself the big trade pile, the big transfer list. So I now have 100 transfer list spots to play with. And my aim for this trading session, this little sniping session, was basically to fill the whole thing up. And I did loads of different sniping on silver players, back to my old roots. That's what I'm talking about. Loads of championship players. You can see there I just actually managed to get the Sunderland goalkeeper for 300 coins, which is absolutely fantastic, because I need him. I need him for the squad builder challenge, and if I can get him for like 300 coins, we're laughing. Now we got this Angers player for 550 here. You can see I'm actually switched it up a little bit and started sniping silver Ligue 1 defenders, and we got this guy for 550. He actually sells for 2.5k, so a decent 2k profit. So that Abu Bakr snipe, some of you might be like, that is absolutely epic, but actually this card was actually better. It was way better in terms of profit. I'd much rather have... That's why I'm quite happy to trade with these silver players so much, because people are like, you've got so many coins, trade with some of the big players. But I'm like, I'm making so much profit trading with the lower value cards. I don't think I'll be able to make that as frequently and as much with sort of like the big informs. If I got one absolutely epic snipe, you know, it would all be worth it. But those snipes come along so rarely, and you miss them so frequently. I don't know if it's worth it. I don't know if it's worth it. Maybe I should give some of the big things a little bit of a try. Maybe go for an icon. A lot of people have been saying go for icons. But I'm going to wait until I get back into the UK where I've actually got a solid internet connection and I've got like 0 milliseconds of ping, because I don't think I can do it out here. There's less competition on these cards, and hence why you can pick so many of them up. And you can see some of the prices that I got, or I was selling these for. Obviously, I didn't really pay anything more than I think about 500 coins for any single card. All the championship players I got for 300 and under. So all the prices you see here are, you know, mainly like double what I paid for them, which is pretty good. There's a whole load of these centre backs from Lyon there that I managed to sell, and we've still got a whole load of other stuff to sell as well. We're on about 620k if I can see correctly. I don't know. You guys can see exactly how much we've got. Anyway, you can see here that I've got a little picture of where we are in Division 2. We haven't lost any games, so our current record is 3 wins and 1 draw and 0 losses. So I thought, why not get some gameplay in, get better at the game, and try and win Division 2. So that is exactly what we're going to try and do. You can see that the team are coming up against a 4-3-1-2 Premier League team, and he does have a whole load of Squad Builder Challenge cards, including Rose, Carroll at centre mid, and Herrera and Wijnaldum. And this was a horrible game. This guy, he was a rat bag, because as you can see, look, here we go, we're in the game, 11 minutes in, you know, I'm like, okay, cool, just, you know, getting the feels in, and yeah, he scores a goal. Maybe that shouldn't have gone in, maybe De Gea should have done better there. I don't know why he dived the wrong way, but it was a pretty weak shot, and the game actually ended that way, 1-0, because he went ultra defensive and did nothing. He went nowhere near my goal pretty much for the rest of the game. You can see the one shot on target he scored, and I had 10 and 15 shots on target. Well, I had 10 on target and 15 in total. I was absolutely fuming that I lost that guy, but whatever, if you want to play that way, be that way. So we go into our next game, no crying over spilt milk. You can see this guy's using a full Bundesliga team. He's pretty much gone full Bayern Munich, bar the informed Bailey, not sure how to say his name, at that left wing. He's fast as hell though, so I wasn't looking forward to playing against him. But the rest of the team is actually relatively weak because he doesn't have the best Bayern players, and we pretty much just shat on him really. Look at this, Pogba, what a goal that is. What a goal that is. Like, the ball's in off the bar and the post, I think, there, with his left foot from outside the box. Absolutely nuts. Bale gets in the action in the 42nd minute. And I got to learn how to finish this celebration off. Like, I need to get myself some new celebrations, because I really don't care about celebrations. I know a lot of people do like to see celebrations. And the different celebrations really do sort of add something to the game. But I'm just like, I just do whatever I think is quickest to get back into the game, because I'm sort of like, I usually get quite focused in the zone, and I just do the quickest celebration I can think of, and they're always the same ones because my hands are just programmed. It's my muscle memory of doing these rubbish celebrations, like the one where you point to your back, or where you try and do a slide and then you fall because you're going too fast, and there's a whole load of ones that I use over and over again. So apologies if that does annoy you. I hope it doesn't annoy you so much that that you won't want to watch the series anymore. But I tell you what, why don't you guys put the button combinations for celebrations, your favourite celebrations, put the button combination down in the comments. I'll read through the comments and I'll use a couple of them in the next video, or whenever I get a chance to look at this. Anyway, next game, and his team is blooming awesome as well. I mean, we just keep coming up against blooming awesome teams. It seems that the average sort of like squad has got a lot better, and that is absolutely terrible defending. He deserved to score there. I deserve to, you know, be scored on, because that was just such bad defending. I don't know what that slide tackle was about, but this was a real smash and grab, because he was, to be honest, all over me this game. I guess this is just, you know, karma, the world working itself out. I lost that game against the guy who scored 1 goal, and I had like 10 times as many shots on target as him. And then I win this game, which was a smash and grab, which I shouldn't have really won. It's just, it swings and roundabouts. So you have to take those chances or those games where you can, because otherwise you just, you end up losing. Well, you just ruin yourself really. Now the next team we go up against is it's an interesting one. A lot of Argentina in there, and then it goes into like La Liga and Liga, and it's a bit weird. I didn't really rate it, and you can see here that Bale gets through on goal. He's just away, and with the outside of his left boot, he puts that one away. So we're 1-0 up, we're looking good. Look at this nice little ball into Pogba. Pogba is on absolute form recently for us, just scoring so many goals. There's that absolutely awful celebration again. Come on, Tom, you know how, you're better than that. Stop using that bad celebration. Anyway, a little bit of luck for him gets him back in the game, as the ball does ricochet straight to Pastore. You can see here though, We finish him off. Ronaldo, what a flimming finish that was. And we weren't even done with him at that point. We had chance to get one more, and it was Ronaldo again, who just takes it first time beautifully. I love it when he does that, because it's so difficult against good players. It's very, very difficult to get shots off. Like, that is the main thing. It's very difficult because they block everything. So if you've got Ronaldo or someone that can take a first time shot pretty nicely, it's good. It gives you a good chance of scoring some goals. Anyway, here we are. We've actually already been promoted. We are now in the position where if we win one of our 2 remaining games, we will actually win the title. So let's start off the year with a bang and get ourselves a little bit of a victory. You can see here that Ronaldo is through, and he does put that round the goalkeeper into the back of the net to make it 1-0. And there's the celebration again. Honestly, what is wrong with me? Anyway, cut it back here. I don't know how Pogba's onside. He somehow is, but doesn't matter, he puts that one away, and we're looking good for the win. I had an absolute stonking 3 minutes here. As you can see, all the 3 goals there were scored within 5 minutes of game time of each other. We even got one to compound his misery in the 82nd minute and finish it off and get ourselves the title. So there you go, there is the confirmation of us winning Division 2. We're back in Division 1, where we belong. We still need to win Division 1, so we will be attempting to do that in the next couple of episodes. And you can see here that I completely forgot that if you win a title in Division 2, and I think it's like if you just hold your position in Division 1, you get yourself a FUT Champs qualification. So that was probably like the nicest little surprise that I had of the episode. So thank you very much, EA, for introducing that, because now I don't actually have to qualify for next week's FUT Champions. I won't be able to forget, which is great. There you go, guys. That's the end of the episode. Hope you're having a great new year. Smash a thumbs up if you have enjoyed this one. Subscribe if you're new, and I will see you next time. Peace.